A lot of people are going to be applying for job 2026, and even though some people are qualified, these are reasons why you might not be taken even after application, despite your qualification, despite you being the most fit person for a job. So these are actually the reasons why you're not going to be qualified for this job. So stay tuned and watch till the end so you get these 5 reasons why your application might be turned down this 2026. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. I'm a real life recruiter. My name is Cynthia. All right, so here we talk about everything that has to do with job. The whole essence is to help you land that dream job. So if you've come across this video, is it that you're looking for job, or you have a relative looking for a job, or you're interested in things that has to do with job, so welcome to the channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there so you do not miss our next post. All right, so let's just dive right in because we don't want to waste much of our time. So I want to talk about 5 reasons why you might be rejected for job 2026. All right, one of the reasons is many job posts, they clearly say what they want when applying for job. A lot of people get to hear, send your CV via mail using a PDF document of your CV, a PDF document of your CV, and a PDF document of your cover letter. And a lot of people are going to be sending their CVs in document format instead of PDF. It is a mistake, and trust me, that mistake will cost you that job. That particular mistake will cost you that job. A lot of people even tell you the specific job subjects to use. They specify it and tell you this is what you're supposed to use for this application, but you end up not using them. You end up using something else, which actually makes it difficult for them to even find your CV. So a lot of jobs are going to be specifying how exactly they want you to apply, how the procedures they want you to go through during this application, but you're going to be neglecting that thing, or you're going to be neglecting those informations. And when you neglect those informations, it could cost you that job. It could cost you not being visible. Your CV might not even get to them. It might not be an application that they've seen or application they will see, but you're very qualified, right? You're very qualified for the job. You're the best person for the job, but due to they didn't see your CV, and because you didn't follow the process that was listed, you end up not getting the job. So this is part of the mistake that can cost you job this 2026. All right, so that's number one. I didn't want to waste a lot of time on this video, so I want to go straight to the point and just list out what the reasons are, so you go ahead and go about your day and go about your applications. All right, so number 2 is your CV does not match the job description. Your CV does not match the job description. So we call it JD. Some people know about that. So your CV has to match the job description. What I'm saying in general is, do not apply for a job you're not fit for. Do not apply for a job you're not fit for. Do not apply for something you know that does not align with you. It's not something you're looking for. It's not something that interests you. It's not something your CV aligns with. Because tell me why you're a social media person, then you're applying for a job that's obviously saying you need 5 years of experience in business development. You're applying because, oh, you want to apply for a job, you need to get a job 2026. It doesn't make sense. So your CV has to actually align very well with what the job description is saying. If it does not align, you won't get that job. You might be very good in the position you actually occupy currently, and the new position you're trying to go into obviously is not stating that they are looking for a trainee or they are looking for an intern. They obviously want someone experienced and with a lot of number of experience, and you are applying for this job. You're not going to get it. So your CV has to align with what the job description is saying. And it's always annoying, especially to us the recruiters, when we've already said what you should have. We already posted out the job description saying, oh, this is what the job is all about, this is what is required of you, and you know very well that you're not fit for this role, but yet you apply. When we see your CV, it is always very annoying. We keep asking ourselves, is it that you didn't read the job description before applying? Because tell me why you're applying for this job when you know very well within yourself that you are not a fit. So your CV does not match with the JD, with the job description. It is part of the reasons why you won't be getting that job 2026. So for number 3 on our list, for the number 3 reason why you might not be getting that job 2026 is your email looks unprofessional. Okay, some people ask, what does a professional email look like? I'll be attaching it to this video so you see how it looks like. A professional email should have your name. It should have your name. I know sometimes when you even use your names to try to open a new email account or something, someone must have taken it, and Google will tell you, Google email will just tell you, oh, it's no longer available. But let it be that your email address actually bears your name. You can use your name and then use numbers. You can use your name and use numbers. You could use your last name and your first name and then use numbers. Gmail, Outlook, Yahoo, depending on which one you're going for. Alright, so let your email address look professional so that once someone sees your email address, the name of your email address tallies with your email, with your CV content. Alright, so have a professional email address. Let your email address be professional. Don't write pretty@gmail.com, handsome@gmail.com, ice cream@gmail.com. Funny enough, someone has that on their CV. One of the CVs, I was like, ice cream@gmail.com. Are you serious right now? So your email address has to look professional. So it is one of the reasons why you might not get that job, simply because your email address is not professional. And one thing your professional email address helps us do is it helps us be able to detect your CV. So imagine we go through your CV before and we want to shortlist it for a particular job. It helps us figure out that, oh, this is this person's CV directly without having to do a lot of checking. So if I have to do a lot of checking to compare, oh, is this person's CV, or is it this one? Is it this one? I just need to use your name and search, and it just pops up because your name is the same name with your email address. But if it's not the same, I'm just going to search and search for hours. And trust me, recruiters don't have that time. We don't have that time to search and search and search. We'll get another person to fill the role. All right, so your email address has to be very professional. So number 4 on our list on the reasons why you might be rejected for jobs, or you might not get that job you're looking for this 2026, or is actually, the reason is actually you applied too late or too early. Some people are like, you apply for a job too early. Yes, in as much as we all know obviously that applying for a job late or when the deadline has closed could actually cost you that job. But some people actually do not know that applying for a job too early too can cost them that job. Now let me explain as a recruiter. So as a recruiter, when I post a job out, I give it a period of time when I come back to it to start shortlisting candidates. All right, so I post the job description out, I leave it for probably a day, I might leave it for hours to come back to it. So once I open it, I am likely to go to the first application that comes up. One thing you should know about recruiters is they don't have time. I am one person, I am a recruiter. We don't have time. When we want to shortlist for certain roles, because we have a whole lot of roles to shortlist for. So when we want to shortlist for roles, trust me, we don't have time. So we just make do with what we see, and if you're good, we go. Alright. So once it comes up, once we start shortlisting, the first person that comes up, actually we start from the person. If that first person is good, we shortlist. If the second person is good, we shortlist. If the third person is good, we shortlist. So that's how we shortlist. Once we get how many people we need, we shut down, not shut down, we just go off and go to another room, we move to another room. So that first person we just click on might be the latest person, or the person that just applied immediately. That's the first person that pops up, depending on what platform we are using. So that person might be the first person that the application pops up. All right, so that person's application will be on top. The person that applied before the person that's lastly will be on top. So you that applied first, the application would have gone down. Do you get? The application would have gone down. So by the time the application is down, we might not get to see it. I might not be able to do some searching. If a lot of people applied, I might not be able to go down and get down to the part where your own application is. So applying too early or too late, one of late, I feel like it's very obvious. Because you are supposed to know that if you apply for a job when the job deadline has reached, actually you know it is too late. There is no way you're getting the job if the job deadline has reached and if they've gotten someone else, right? But there is this thing about applying when it's late. So I'm bringing you to the world of recruiters, right? So recruiters, actually, we consider you applying late when you apply when we are already done shortlisting. Let me say that again. We consider you applying late when you're applying for a job that we've already filled up, or a job we've already shortlisted people for. So even if the application is still open and the date of deadline has not reached, but as long as we've seen people that match into the job description that we need, we actually close for that role. So any other application you make that period is actually considered late. So applying for jobs too early can be bad. Applying too late can be bad. So you want to be in between. You want to be in between. You don't want to apply too early, you don't want to apply too late. There are jobs that tell you times and dates that it was posted, so try to always be in between. Don't apply when the deadline is approaching. Don't apply first. Just always be in between the application time, the duration of application. It gives you better chances of being seen. All right, so this is actually something that can cost you job despite your qualifications. You get, despite how qualified you are, these things are things that if you mess up with, if you just mess up with, you just mess up the whole application process. You just mess the whole thing up. You might not get up, you might not get that job at all, despite how qualified you are. So the fifth reason why you're actually not able to get this job, the fifth reason why you might not get this job is because you do not provide value. Your application does not provide value. It only provides your qualification. There is no value. So we go through your CV. Let's say by there we've gotten to your CV, we've seen your CV. Okay, now we are trying to check what your application is all about, and we are seeing that there is no value you're going to add. All right, your application, your CV does not show there is any value. It only shows qualification. I did this, I did that, I scored in this place, I graduated with a first class, I did this, but there is no value. These are things we perceive as recruiters. It just does not feel like this person has value, this person has anything to give at all. So most times when we want to check if you have value, or the way we perceive it is when you actually do not over exaggerate. So most times we say put your achievements and not just your qualification in your job history. That's responsibilities that you carried out in your job experiences. So we want you to put the achievements, not just duties. So achievements, I was able to meet 90% of my targets. I was able to increase the revenue by 20%, 30%, 50%. But then even if you do it and you over exaggerate, we know that this person is just writing figures, and these figures are not realistic. All right, so we still want to see achievements. It's better off you put achievements. I was able to achieve this, I was able to achieve that. It means you have value, not just you having communication skill, being able to communicate, being able to. You want to be sure there is also results. You want to be sure there is value. You want to be sure that it's not just your qualification that you want to sell to us. We need other things that your application has to sell. So these 5 things are actually the reason why you could be qualified for an offer or a position and not getting this 2026. So these are things you should work on. These are things you should fix to be able to land that job. So do not forget to like, subscribe most importantly. Subscribe, because if you do not subscribe, you do not feel motivated. YouTube does not feel like this is actually something to push to other audience. So you have to try and subscribe, like and comment, so that YouTube will know that this is informative, and so they can push it to other audience to actually watch and get informed. All right, that's all for the end of this video. So I'm going to be seeing you in our next video. All right, catch you the next time we meet. Bye.